of news on the go. The world's unfolding, we're in the know. Real people, real stories, real views, no delay. Coming at you live, it's your favorite stream of news today. IRL News Time, we're bringing it clear. The stories that matter, straight to your ear. Breaking the screen, we're keeping it prime. Stay tuned, it's IRL News Time. It's IRL News Time, we're bringing it clear. The stories that matter, straight to your ear. Breaking the screen, we're keeping it prime. Stay tuned, it's IRL News Time.
All right, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are in this great big world. Welcome once more to another live stream of IRL News Time Live. I'm your hostess, Alexandra. And oh, wow, we already have some people in the chat. And someone in here already knows what we're about to talk about, don't you? Claiming he got money but lives in an attic. I know, and it's a very rundown attic also, isn't it? But welcome, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. It's most likely morning wherever it is that you are in this world. And today we're going to go over some evidence in regards to the criminal, proven Ephebophile, and rumored pedophile Victor de Leon criminally stalking a target by contacting someone in his target's personal life, in this case, someone known as Alex Sosin. De Leon has a history of extreme stalking and harassment of women. He is going to be outlined extensively on the websites Zaya the Fraud, rumoredpedo.com, and I won't reveal the other website just yet. But from my perspective, everything that I have assessed of him throughout the time that I've been aware of him, and I don't regret having seen the positive in him when I did. But I wish I had seen more of the negative first, because unfortunately the negative within De Leon is criminal. He is someone who does target minors. And at this point in time, quite a few people observing the situation do feel that he belongs behind bars. As of current, I personally am not his only target and victim. He has been targeting the minor-aged daughters of a woman who's a podcast host known as KK of KK's Company. We're going to actually go over a clip this morning in which KK inadvertently was able to reveal the truth in regards to exactly who did contact public figure Alex Sosin in regards to me. It was indeed Victor de Leon. And he has been criminally focused on myself, some of my family members, and some other people and elements too. But he is going to end up facing some legalities in regards to what he's up to. Not necessarily in regards to me, but in regards to quite a bit of activity that has come to light that he's taken part in. How do I want to start this live stream? Oh, someone in the chat is saying, my bad, lives in an attic in someone else's house. Yes, you are correct. You are correct. You are correct. Well, the people who do donate to him will be outlined on rumoredpedo.com as supporters of rumored pedophiles. And like I said, there's another project that I don't necessarily want to reveal just yet. That's going to be quite impactful. So never fear, Alexandra is here. Anyways, this is a bit of a continuation of the most recent video live stream that I did over here on IRLnewsTime when it came to a very unexpected situation that I contended with upon my most recent visit to California. And as we go through some of the material that we're about to get into this morning, I do want to refer many of you to IRLnewstime.com in order to see the DMs and texts in their entirety revolving around the situation that we are going to review this morning. So let me just show you all how to take a look at those texts and DMs. Just one moment. Here they are. All right, all you really need to do is go to IRL Newstime and search for this title, Alex Sosin's Instagram direct messages and cell phone text to Alexandra Mayers. And that way you get a good grasp in regards to exactly what's happening here. The truth of the matter. Because I'll tell you, if I didn't have as thick of skin as I do, and I mean, this really was something that was quite hurtful to me. But if I didn't have as thick of skin as I do have, this would be something that would potentially push me over the edge and make me consider taking my own life, right? Because especially when you're someone who is deep down in their heart a romantic, somebody who is looking for a connection, when that connection not only doesn't work out, but parties go out of their way to try to humiliate you in regards to the situation, especially if you're a woman, that can be very traumatic. It can be extremely traumatic. But what I would like to show all of you before we look at the clips that I would like to go over, I actually want to just listen. I want all of you to hear what Victor de Leon had to say in regards to me. And I also want all of you to hear what his criminal associate, known as Dutchy, had to say also. We're actually in the process right now of gathering quite a bit of very interesting information in regards to Dutchy. And he will be extensively outlined on a website as well, a website that will never be able to be removed from the internet for eternity. But I want to show you all something. See this screenshot right here? As of current, Victor de Leon is barely able to live stream on YouTube due to his consistent breaches of TOS, terms of service. At this point, he has to live stream for the most part through either his girlfriend, Amanda Artaud's accounts, or on very obscure and clandestine platforms. But on a recent live stream that he did conduct, he specifically references that he wants me to die by saying Alex Mayers is ready to unalive herself. No, I will not be unaliving myself, Victor de Leon or Amanda Artaud. No, I will not. Now, I am very aware at this stage that Victor de Leon has stated publicly that he desires to assault me with a firearm. He has stated that he wants to physically hit me. Someone has informed me that he has distributed my personal information in his Discord server. So he most likely is calling for violence against me from his audience. I would not be surprised in the least if I end up getting shot over the next few months. But in this case, it's about saving children and women from this man's abuse. There's several polls right now over on the IRLnewsTime community tab that I would like all of you to vote in that revolves around this issue. But I do highly, highly advise that people stay as far away from Victor de Leon as possible. And especially if you are a woman, do not trust him or his girlfriend. His girlfriend works in tandem with him, Amanda Artaud. She turns a blind eye to Victor abusing her son. So it's a pretty bad situation, but I will not stop talking about this. And we are going to fully expose the ETC Exploit the Children organized crime group. We are going to outline all of their members, and it's all going to be documented in areas of the internet that can never be deleted. That's how we're going to go about this. But everyone, make sure that you do bookmark that website, rumoredpedo.com. And if you are someone who's a viewer, or maybe you're a streamer who feels that there's someone within these communities that I cover that should be outlined on rumoredpedo.com, feel free to send me a DM through Instagram, Alexandra Mayers 01. Feel free. So let's take a look at a few things. And it's very interesting what all's at play here. And I do want to encourage all of you also to subscribe to KK's company, because KK's company, she inadvertently exposes a lot when it comes to happenings within these communities. And she has a very fun podcast. You all might want to take a listen to it. All right, let's get started.
We were able to.
All right. And at this point in time, this person is using my copywritten content without my consent and profiting off it, which opens him to a lawsuit. That is something going on. Actually, before we even listen to anything that this proven Ephebophile and rumored pedophile Victor de Leon has to say about me or Alex Sosin, I would like to share with all of you an AI-assisted music video. Let's take a look at that. That way we can kind of set the tone for a few things.
He's got midnight coffee in a paper cup, retro visions lighting his desktop up. A screen glow flickers like a silver moon. Script in hand, he's gonna blow up soon. Type by type, he's building worlds unknown. Fade in fate, Alex stands alone. But he's got drive like a neon storm. Heartbeats sync to its hidden waveform. Blockbuster soul in a studio haze, living for the lights and the Oscar stage. They said dreams fade, he said watch me shine, writing his story one frame at a time. Alex in the neon night, riding
laser beams. He's crafting legends with each bold scenes. He's tie posts like destiny in a machine. He's not just chasing some director's ghost, he's rewriting fate. He's the genre's host for midnight vibes in his living room. He can hear the crowd, it's coming soon. Plot twist, born in a pixel mind. He's not just watching, he's redefining time. From the indie fringe to the neon throne, Alex ain't stopping till he claims that zone. Alex in the neon night, writing lines that could change his life. One idea and he's breaking through like Spielberg did in '82. The Alex with the future script, got that starlit cinematic grip. He's got the vision, he's got the thrill. One line closer to a Hollywood hill. Exterior, the world. Interior, a dreamer's soul. Alex in the neon night, from zero to the flashing lights. A final scene where he breaks on through with a billion hearts and a box office view. Alex, now the name they know. From that glowing screen to the walk of glow.
All right. So that video, in my opinion, gives you a little bit of an overview and a summary in regards to who exactly Alex is. And just, an overview. But I found this situation to be very disturbing, actually. I found it to be very disturbing that this person, public figure, proven Ephebophile and rumored pedophile, Victor de Leon, not only was bold enough to contact somebody in my personal life, which is this person over here, but the fact that he was able to convince Sosin to essentially feed him information about me. I'd heard of him doing something similar in regards to KK. I know he did something almost identical when it came to Controlla, aka Big Trolla or Big T. But now I'm wondering, how many other people has he done this to, and how in the world is he able to convince people in his target's life to feed him information on his targets and his victims? It's very strange, but without a doubt, Alex Sosin and Victor de Leon, from my perspective, have been in communication since the time that I spent in Orlando, Florida, and put together that international drive footage. I'm talking April of 2025. And it really frightens me because I've known Sosin since 2023, and he claims that he met me 10 years ago, even though I don't believe I did. I don't remember. But I do feel like this is an instance of gang stalking that I've been a victim of and that I've dealt with. But let's just listen to what De Leon had to say about me. And again, he's using my footage here without my consent, which has opened him up to a lawsuit. But this is all very scary to me. It's scary to a lot of people observing, but it does need to be documented. I personally still don't know exactly what to think of the entire situation, but let's take a listen.
Get in contact with the gentleman that I showed at the beginning of the stream, his name being Alex as well. Okay. This is the alleged love interest that Alex has been kind of throwing around the last month and a half.
No, I haven't. No, I have not. And there was absolutely no reason for this person, Victor De Leon, who is talking in this footage that we're listening to be involved in my personal life in any way, shape, or form. I want nothing to do with him. I want zero direct communication with him. He breached my personal boundaries physically when I was in Orlando, Florida. And then after I had to basically run for my life, had the nerve to unprompted call law enforcement, lie to law enforcement about me. And it was revealed in the footage that featured the law enforcement that he had been carrying a firearm when he came to confront me. He was going to gun me down that night if I hadn't left that situation as quickly as I did. Now, here's something I want to show all of you in regards to that particular situation. The International Drive situation. I told Sosin about that situation. Here is the evidence. Let me take this banner off here. In April, late April, shortly after the incident occurred, I told Sosin about the situation. I even sent him the live stream featuring De Leon that night that he was carrying a gun, planning to most likely murder me on International Drive and try to claim self-defense, by the way. That's what he would have done. I told him about it, and I think that around that time is when these two men got in contact with each other about me. And they probably planned to exploit me as much as possible and profit off the situation. The whole thing is disgusting, but I do want to show you all. And what's interesting is that I'm pretty sure that he did watch at least part of the situation revolving around De Leon. Because look at what he says here. Yet, he was willing to feed him quite a bit of information about me in effort to exploit me, probably make some money, and humiliate me. I don't like to think of Sosin in the capacity of being a white male who specifically maliciously targets black females, but unfortunately, considering what is coming to light about the situation, I think that's just who he is. Sometimes people are just bad seeds. I don't know why, but let's continue.
Okay. Let's see. Now, I'm trying to see, are these in order? I'm going to read them in the order that they came to me. I'm really reading a lot of what he's saying. Okay. I see here one part, it says, and you know, I'm going to keep it 100, bro. Like it got broken down. Like, yo, like Shorty already mentioned you, right?
No. I think that for whatever reason, both men who are strangely into the Batman and Joker dichotomy just realized that I'm somebody who's highly trafficked as far as my live streams and whatnot. And I think that Alex Sosin figured, hey, maybe this is a good way for me to get some buzz out there about my short film, The Canyon. And this guy is addicted to any kind of attention he can get. And he probably figured, hey, let me try to link myself to somebody in mainstream Hollywood while I continue to stalk somebody that I'm obsessed with. Because without a doubt, De Leon is obsessed with me. And it's very frightening. He's been obsessed with Controlla for a while, and he's definitely obsessed with KK. I'm actually very concerned that he's going to try to physically approach KK soon, and I'm very scared for her because she's got those little girls. So we'll talk about that another day. But KK did unveil or reveal quite a bit pertaining to this.
shorty dragging you on the internet because of what she's saying, you know, and we just trying to figure out, like, you know, if there's anything that you could add to it. Okay. He's surprised though.
No, these two are not very good at scripting at all. At all. Expect for there most likely to be an interview between DeLeon and Sosin coming up, which would unfortunately be a career killer for Sosin because DeLeon is a proven Ephebophile and rumored pedophile. But on top of that, there's a lot about him that I think hasn't come to light just yet. But I don't know. DeLeon might go as far as to try to blackmail Sosin in order to get him on his podcast. Only time will tell, but I just have a feeling that going forward, whenever you hear about DeLeon, you're also going to hear about Sosin, and whenever you hear about Sosin, you're also going to hear about DeLeon. I think it's some sort of a connection that probably will be a part of their lives for the rest of their lives.
He's like, what? He says that's truly insane, and I didn't remotely put her down.
Oh, he absolutely did. He absolutely did. Again, I would encourage all of you to take a look at the text messages in regards to this, and you can find a link to all of those messages on the URL alexthecanyon.com.
I've tried to help her for months. Okay.
Now, I will give Sosin credit. He did play the role of being somebody who was supportive of me dealing with the trauma of my father's recent passing. But that might have been some sort of a psychological game he's been playing with me, considering how DeLeon not only has mocked my father's recent death. My father passed away March 9th, 2025. DeLeon has stated that he felt that my father deserved to die. He has mocked my father's incredibly important work within the LGBTQ community. He has also threatened my sibling at this point and has threatened to harm my elderly mother. So it's a very strange sort of situation, which is why I am having a hard time wrapping my mind around it, but why I'm dealing with the situation the best I can by sharing it with all of you. It's hard for me to wrap my mind around someone who acted as though they were supportive of me and acted like they wanted to be there for me, and not only in a platonic capacity, in a romantic capacity. That's what Alex Sosin presented himself as to me. But then for him, all this time, to have been feeding information about me to my stalker. Victor DeLeon, who I don't care to have on the screen right now. That's why there's a black box over his face. If I didn't have a strong mind, something like this, like I said, could push someone over the edge. But it will not push me over the edge. I'm just going to make sure that no one else will be a victim of DeLeon as I've been a victim of him. I'm also going to make sure that it's known that he likes little girls wherever he goes.
Okay. Let's see here. What's funny is nothing happened. Okay. And
which is true. I was not intimate in any capacity with Sosin.
And let me see real quick. Okay. What's funny is nothing happened. I hadn't seen her in a long time.
And that's questionable as to whether or not I actually did meet him over 10 years ago. I personally don't believe I did. I lived in an apartment that would have been very easy to describe at the time that Sosin claimed to have met me over 10 years ago. There were two key items in that apartment that people would have remembered and mentioned. He couldn't name either of those items. I think that he had observed me online for quite a long time, might have been on the periphery of the social circle that I was a part of when I was living in Hollywood, California. But I don't think that I ever met him all those years ago. I think that was his opening line to me back in 2023, simply so I would talk to him.
And she decided to come out and see me. I felt like things weren't working. No intercourse. I didn't want that. Nothing.
Right. He actually did want intercourse. The second night I was there, he tried to invite himself up to my hotel room, and I declined.
Nothing crazy happened at all. This sounds entirely like her problem. And if she wants to make a domain, fine, I'll see her in court. Okay?
Take it to court if you want, but guess who also will be brought into the case? Proven Ephebophile and rumored pedophile and definite criminal who's known to stalk quite a few women, Victor de Leon. Like I said, these two, they're going to be connected for quite some time. Probably for the rest of their lives.
So, just in that part right there, and I'm not trying to instigate this, but Alex...
Oh, he's absolutely trying to instigate it. The reality of Victor de Leon, and I'll briefly show him on here. This is a man around my age, mid-40s, wearing green hair, appears to have some sort of a ailment that's leading him to waste away. I don't know if he has a disease. I don't know what's wrong with him. But by the day, he does appear to be getting thinner and thinner. But he currently lives in a rather shabby attic with his girlfriend. He relies on donations in order to survive. He utilizes criminally copywritten content, and at every turn he tries to talk to minor-aged women, according to what I've recently been told. That is the reality of who this is.
Deals with a lot of people, me being one of them, where it's not worth me taking her to court. It just isn't.
Well, you can't walk into a courtroom, De Leon, because you're a criminal. Frankly, you can't go anywhere. Oh, look, we have a celebrity in the chat, Brandon Q. Brandon Q feels that De Leon has diabetes. Quite possible. Quite possible. He looks incredibly unhealthy, and he seems to be aging years by the month. I've very rarely seen anything like it. Very, very rarely. He does appear to be very sick. But it's no surprise, considering the kind of energy that he exudes.
It's not worth me having to shell out all that money.
You don't have the money, De Leon, and guess what? He doesn't have the money either.
All right, in the business that I am, bro, people talking about you is a good thing, whether it's bad or not. Okay, I'm not.
So there you have it. There you have it. De Leon believes that people talking about you, whether it's bad or not, is a good thing. So this is exactly what De Leon wanted, to be connected publicly to Sosin, despite De Leon being a career killer for Sosin. No one in mainstream entertainment can be linked to a pedophile. Should have done more research, Sosin. Should have done more research.
Not in the position where I'm going to sue her, but he is. He probably got the resources. He probably has the money.
And see, there you have it. He's looking for somebody with money to fight his battles. Isn't that interesting? De Leon is a very, very, very lazy person. Extremely lazy. Living off his girlfriend, relying on donations from people that he routinely blackmails and extorts. You know, he owes so much money in child support that it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Brandon Q says he almost passed out at a restaurant eating chicken. Really? I guess he could drop dead at any moment, huh?
So now Alex, I want to see how Alex is going to go about this. Is she going to take the approach that she takes with other YouTubers? Or is she going to take the same approach, get a domain, and drag this higger?
De Leon didn't exactly think through his actions before he took his actions. Not at all. I don't think that De Leon expected a website to pop up known as rumoredpedo.com. But it's already live, and that site is going to develop very quickly. And a lot of people are going to be very interested in that site. Quite a few.
Now this is a ball game I want to see. She not dealing with the YouTube higgers. Okay? She dealing with a real movie producer. No matter what level he's on, he's not going to let you make a defaming a website about him.
The only one who's defamed him and who brought him into quite a bit of negativity is you, De Leon. Not me, you. And you have been talking to him since, what? April of 2024? And probably not just you, probably your girlfriend, Amanda Artaud, possibly who else? Amber Hall? You know, the usual suspects. Let's remind the public exactly who these women are, because it's quite a few of them. Let's see, do I have that still on here? Just give me one moment. Oh, here we are. Yep. With the exception of Shay, Amanda and Amber are basically De Leon's partners in crime. And they're always just looking for people that they think have money because they don't want to work. They just want to extort. But yeah, since April, I would say that these two have been in communication. And if you ever see this, Sosin, like I said, I don't really know what you thought you were going to gain from this. I mean, you've been talking to me since 2023, and you throw me under the bus like that? Let's keep going.
Okay? Alex knows who to play with. Alex knows who not to play with. Okay? On us, she making domains forever. That higger, I doubt it. Okay? I doubt it. But you know how Alex is also. A scorned woman. There ain't nothing worse than a scorned woman, right?
Always trying to paint me as the angry black woman, scorned woman. One thing you gotta know about De Leon is that he's a very loyal house inward. It's disgusting. Now, he is Afro-Latino. He indeed is not Caucasian American or a white male. But he wishes he was. Man, he wishes he was. He has such disdain for black women, and he has trackably since 2019. I want to thank a lot of you out there who over the past 24 hours have sent me a lot of his previous posts, previous streams bashing black women. I mean, it is so bad, but his ultimate objective is to paint black women as scorned, angry, worthless. Anything he can do to diminish black women, he does it. He did it with another woman known as Brown Skin Lady not very long ago. In fact, his girlfriend, Amanda Artaud, went as far as to say that she hopes Brown Skin Lady's daughters would be raped. And she called both Brown Skin Lady and her daughters N-words with the hard R. And if you don't believe me, the evidence is on rumoredpedo.com. Just click on the name Amanda Artaud at the top of the screen, and you'll be able to see the video. Let's keep going. But we'll outline this entire situation more so in depth on the website whiteswhotargetblacks.com, because I'm not the only person who's been victimized by people like this. It's a lot of black women who are victimized by men like these. It's really bad.
Who knows? Okay, maybe she takes it all the way. Okay, the next paragraph. She thinks she never met me, but she did.
I'm not sure I did. And if I did, where's the proof? Where is the proof? By trade, this is a script writer, also an actor, meaning Sosin, which means what? He's a professional liar.
Tried to rekindle the friendship and help her with personal issues, and she warned me that she may become too emotionally attached, and I didn't want that, so I cut the whole thing off.
I'm actually the one who cut it off. I'm the one who said the final text to him, and then I immediately blocked him, meaning Sosin. And that was it. I will never speak to Sosin again, and I will never see him again. I wish him well when it comes to his screenwriting career. I do hope that at some point he comes to his senses and reshoots The Canyon so that it can be what it should be. But I wish him the best in what he does, but he's definitely someone who Black African American women should entirely avoid. Alex Sosin should find a woman between the ages of 35 and 40 who is either a white American or an East Asian American, or a combination of both. But who knows? Maybe he and De Leon can team up and create something together, because like I said, I think that they'll be linked for the rest of their careers.
I mean her no harm.
He absolutely meant harm, considering how long he'd been talking to De Leon.
And none of our texts are anything more than flirting.
They were a little bit more than flirting, as were several phone calls. And I invite the public to determine for themselves how they feel about that situation. Actually, let me go ahead and bring up those texts again, just so that all of you know where to find them. Just give me a moment. There we go. If you go to alexthecanyon.com, you'll find these particular messages. And decide for yourself whether the messages are light flirting or if they point to something more serious developing. You know, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but the fact of the matter is that due to this situation, I would never talk to Sosin again. I would not expect him to ever converse with me again. And that's how the ball bounces, isn't it?
Silly stuff. Wait, wasn't Alex engaged? No, that was fake. I brought that up at the beginning of.
Now, De Leon has zero proof that I was never engaged. Hell, De Leon probably doesn't even know that in my youth I was married for close to 3 years. De Leon spreads a lot of false narratives and false information about me, as he does his other targets. That's why he doesn't get to be on YouTube anymore.
The stream. There was one point in time where Alex was saying that she was engaged to be married. Okay, that was fake. What happened is that during the international drama with me and her.
So he brings it all back to himself. No, it was not entirely fake.
She did a stream where she's just sitting out there, and at the end of the stream, she gives it up that she was never engaged.
That was his perception. And quite a bit when I live stream, especially when it's something that I know is going to be very dramatic, I'll tap into theatrical mode. I am a professional actress. But this man is very delusional. He does not exactly live in the world of reality.
Okay, shout to Dutchie, ain't I call it? I called it, dog. All right, salutes though. You know, we kind of all did this together. All right. So
and there's the admission of basically gang stalking, organized stalking against a single target. We all did this together. We. Who's we exactly? Well, I know for a fact, pretty much at this point, that Sosin was in communication with this man since April of this year. So I suppose he's a part of we, which unfortunately implements him in organized crime when it comes to De Leon. This is a gang leader. All of you need to not pussyfoot around that. He's running an organized crime group. That's what ETC is. It's an organized crime operation.
everybody kind of played a little role today, but
Everybody. Everybody. Who's everybody? Who all is going to be criminally implicated in targeted harassment, organized stalking, and gang stalking? Who's everybody? Now, we know one of the parties is Amanda Artaud. We know another party is Amber Hall, who's a meth head and a disgusting, terrible parent, not too unlike Artaud, who submits her son at every turn to a proven Ephebophile and rumored pedophile. But who else is involved? Who else? Anyone who wants to submit the legal names of who's involved in the criminal stalking and harassment of De Leon, feel free to send me a direct message through Instagram, Alexandra Mayers 01.
yeah, you know, it sounds like that. You know, from my own experience with her, like I'm thinking, bro, she probably getting too attached. And then when she gets the no,
Wait. My own experience with her. See, now he's painting a false narrative again. He's trying to paint the picture that I dated him, meaning De Leon. I have never been attracted to De Leon in any capacity. No. I've never had a face-to-face extensive conversation with him. He stalked me in Orlando, Florida. Physically, with a firearm. De Leon is one of the most physically unattractive people that I've seen. He looks at least 10 years his senior. He looks 10 years older than he actually is. His face is so gross. De Leon, I would never, ever have any sort of interest in you romantically. All you deserve is Amanda Artaud. Nobody else. So fuck off, freak.
she goes crazy. She goes crazy. Okay, when I was around her, bro, that's the
He was around me less than 10 minutes. He violated my personal space when I was out live streaming alone, and he brought a firearm with him. He's giving this impression that he's had all this interaction with me like he knows me. No. And unfortunately, I do feel that Sosin may have a similar mentality to De Leon, which might be why these two were so willing to work together, because truth be told, they both are a bit socially awkward. They both do like the idea of claiming that they know someone who is an ex-adult actress. But the truth is, neither of them could ever actually hang, if you catch my drift.
that was the aura that I was getting off of her.
Oh, now he can read my aura? I have a beautiful aura. The only one who's wallowing in the shadows and the darkness is you, De Leon, with that witch that you sleep with.
Like, how dare you defy me? It's got to be my way. You do it my way, or we gonna have a problem.
What? Do it my way? I would never work with you, De Leon. What do you think I want you to do? I don't want you to do anything. I want you to stay the fuck away from me. I would never be your friend.
Okay, he could probably helping her after he found out that her pops passed. Right? He walking her through.
Unfortunately, I think that what Sosin realized is that I was at a very vulnerable state, being that my father has just passed, and I'm still at a vulnerable state, to be honest with you. He claimed that he recently lost his father too, so that created a bond, or so I thought. I think I was incorrect. I don't want to think that Sosin is the equivalent of De Leon, but the more I'm listening to this, the more I'm thinking that these are two peas in a pod.
It, I could see where a woman could get emotionally attached to, right? I'm not mad at her, right? If she got some type of attachment to him because he was, being able to get her through that rough patch, then pat on the back to him. I have done this a couple of times.
Oh, so now he's trying to, this is why I'm saying, I pray to God that few other people have to contend with the monsters that I've had to contend with.
Okay, where I'm just helping somebody get it through, they rough patch. Now, here's the thing, right? In an instance where the man tells you, I don't think that this is what I want, why can't you just respect that as an adult?
Well, I can definitely respect that. As I've said, Sosin will never hear from me directly again. He will never see me again. Sosin had ample time to tell me that he didn't want me in his life. But he did the opposite, which is reflected in the DMs and the texts that are posted on alexthecanyon.com. I paid for my own plane ticket out to his area. He made it known that he was very excited to see me. He knew about the trip close to a month in advance. I also paid for my own accommodations. Between the 2 nights that we went out, I'd say the amount of drinks that I bought for him and the dinner that he bought for me, about equal amount of money spent on each other. I paid for my own transportation, my own Ubers. I don't look to guys for money or anything because I take care of myself. This wasn't that sort of a situation. Truthfully, if he had not been so aggressively communicative with me on a daily basis, pretty much, since I told him about my father passing. I don't think I would have fallen for him as quickly as I did, but I think that was a part of it. I think that he wanted some attention, not only from me, but from this man's audience. So he's going to get it now. I actually encourage everyone linked to De Leon to look at this person over here as a new member of the ETC Exploit the Children group. Because this is what? Giving you entertainment, giving you content, giving you something to talk about. But the question is, are you going to continue to donate to somebody that is not only a proven Ephebophile, but a rumored pedophile? That's really what I think myself and my viewership is asking of the ETC, use the Exploit the Children audience. Who are you really?
It's obvious that you took it the wrong way. You got more attacked and you knew it because you told him that. You told him, yo, I'm good.
Thank you, Flowers of Manchester. It's good to see you this morning. Flowers of Manchester has known of me for a very long time and has witnessed the level of stalking and harassment I've contended with since my departure from the adult entertainment industry as a performer. Flowers of Manchester says normal people wouldn't be doing what they have been doing to you, Alex. Correct. They wouldn't. Now, these two men have a commonality aside from being into comic book characters. Neither of them believes in God. De Leon has stated extensively that he does not believe in God and looks down upon Christianity. Though Sosin was raised in a Judaic Jewish household, he does not believe in God either, claims to be an atheist. I have extreme faith in God and Jesus Christ. The question is, are these two men in actuality Satanists? Because as Flowers of Manchester said, normal people wouldn't be doing what they have been doing to you. It's almost like they're cult members, isn't it? Almost. Classy Sassy says he has played on people's vulnerabilities. It's a trait. Yes. Yes.
Gonna get too emotionally attached, and that's when he said, wait, hold on. Okay, so you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
I feel that Sosin should have not ever met with me to begin with on July 5th of this year. That's what I feel. I feel that it was very wrong of him to infiltrate my life as he did. And it was incredibly classless of him to communicate with someone who is a very dangerous stalker in regards to me. Classless.
As a man, ladies, keep it 100, my nigga. If you like a man, wouldn't you like the man to keep it real with you if he's not feeling the same way? Like, let's be for real. If I was a female, you know, and
yes, most women would like that, but this person did not keep it real with me, as those text messages reflect. In fact, let's go ahead and put that link and pin that link to the top of the chat, because I think it's important that you all see those texts and DMs. All right, here we go. Those of you who want to see those texts, now you have a way to do so easily.
I like this guy, and then the guy tells me, I don't really look at you like that, I'm going to respect it. And thank you for not.
Oh, he definitely looked at me a certain way, but the thing was that he only saw retired adult actress Monica Foster. Just like this man. It's hard for immature men such as this man and Sosin to wrap their minds around the fact that current and ex-adult actresses are human beings and real people and not just fuck dolls. When Sosin realized that I'm an actual real person, it scared the living hell out of him. He realized that adult actress Monica Foster isn't real. It's just somebody that he probably will, until the day he dies, jacks off to. I do suspect he may be a porn addict, just like this man. This man has made it known publicly that whenever he has intercourse with his current girlfriend, Amanda Artaud, they watch Monica Foster adult content. He may not be able to ejaculate without watching Monica Foster adult content. That is the likely reality of De Leon.
Wasting my time. Thank you for not sticking your fucking penis in me, getting your dick wet, and then trying to tell me afterwards.
And why is he being as vulgar and graphic as he is? Well, I'll tell you why. Because he watches my adult content regularly. That's why he's as obsessed with me as he is. That's why this man went as far as to likely lie and claim that he met me 10 years ago when he didn't. But you know what? When I think about it, Sosin, did you meet me at a porn convention and did I sign an autograph for you? Was that what it was? Oh my God. That could be a reality. You know, it's funny. I have a friend who also is an ex-adult actress who told me that a guy kept coming at her years after she'd signed some DVDs for him at an adult industry convention. That might have been the case. That might have been the case. Wow.
Right? Because the way it sounds with Alex is Alex was ready to give up that pussy. He was ready. She was going to fuck.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. And you hear how he's talking about me? Not only is he using my copywritten content without my consent, not only did he infiltrate my life as early as April of 2025 by communicating with this man about me, this man who I spoke to very frequently, but now he is maliciously, overtly trying to sexualize me and exploit me. He's basically a sex trafficker, along with being a rumored pedophile. You should have done your research, Sosin. But then again, you're a narcissist, aren't you? I encourage everyone out there to, if you're in the independent film circuit arena, check out that movie, The Canyon. All of you, check it out. Give this man some attention, as much as y'all want to.
If that other higger wanted to fuck, he didn't though. Okay, so pats on the back to him. You know, like, come on. Don't waste my time. Exactly. You know, like the higger ain't waste your time, right?
No, he absolutely did waste my time, and he wasted my money too when I think about it. As I said, I footed my own bill to meet him. He didn't contribute. He basically just bought his own meal.
He stopped it, he paused it, and now all of a sudden you talking about opening up a wiki page to drag him?
I never said I would make a wiki. You said I would make a wiki, DeLeon. You already had everything ready to go the moment that I had a little bit of an emotional breakdown that very few people saw, but being that you stalk me, you did see it. But as I said, just like Sosin is classless, so are you, DeLeon. Completely void of class, completely void of sensitivity, completely void of empathy. That is who you are. But you already had everything ready to go when it came to this, but it hasn't worked out exactly as you anticipated. Why? Well, because for one thing, you're not very educated, but also you're just not very bright. Not at all. Hey, Hazel, how are you doing? How are you doing? Hey, Alex, tried to catch up a little just today, only caught a little. Oh my, so sorry for what you're going through. Don't worry, I bounce back quickly. This Sosin fella, goodness me. Do you think he was attaching to you for clout? We're from two completely different worlds. Completely. I feel that he has enough fame and attention in his own right. He's not somebody that I would ever consider doing any projects with, just as I would never want to be a part of any of his projects. I think that he just likes the idea of being able to say that he's met someone who used to be an adult actress. A lot of guys are like that. That's what it is. He's followed me for a very long time. As far as extra exposure, well, I think that he gets enough exposure in his own right, really. I mean, maybe he'll get some more attention now because we're talking about about him and we're talking about his public works. He's a public figure. But really, I don't think he needed any additional attention from me. At all. Not at all. Hazel continues and says, I understand the two different worlds, but just by association, did he think he might attract a new audience? Hadn't thought about it that way, Hazel. Hadn't thought about it that way, maybe, but it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Because he might attract a new audience through me, but guess what? I might attract a new audience through him. I really don't have that big of an audience yet, do I? I was actually considering walking away from streaming, specifically due to a few things that this man told me and suggested to me, but now I'm going to do the opposite and stream unlike I've ever streamed frequency-wise before. So I don't really know. I don't know. I mean, if his movie, The Canyon, ever were to blow up, just considering how search engine optimization works, a lot of people would be very interested, I guess, in his connection with the proven Ephebophile and rumored pedophile Victor de Leon. But I don't know if that would ever bring attention to me. From Sosin's world, I would think it would actually bring attention to De Leon, not to me. Yeah. But I hadn't thought about it that way, Hazel. I think that was a very insightful standpoint that you shared with us in the chat today.
Trash talking his movie? Trash talking him?
Well, I'm not trash talking the movie. The movie does need to be reshot. There should have been more wardrobe consistency. The lighting was atrocious. Should have been a little bit more mindful and thoughtful when it came to the time of day you were shooting, Sosin, considering it was primarily an outdoor movie. But was the storyline good? Yes. Was the editing good? Probably not. Not from what I could see. But I'm not trash talking the movie. I actually encourage everybody out there to check out The Canyon. Of course, you have to go to an independent film festival to see it. But who knows? Maybe it'll be on Netflix one day.
This is typical Alex behavior. When she doesn't get her way.
Typical. Again, this mentally ill fool is acting as though he knows me. He doesn't know me. He's only known of me. The only people that he actually knows are mentally ill women like his current girlfriend, or women who are not even women yet, minors. Let's remind many of you about this.
Knew of Katie at 16. I knew of her at 16 because Katie was doing her thing at 16. I didn't meet her personally on a personal level to where we're cool through social media until 17. And she wasn't living with me until 18. But there were things that occurred in that time that it's a progression of events.
So we are going to extensively go over DeLeon's affinity for minor age girls. Somebody sent me some very frightening material as of yesterday in regards to his history. So it will all be outlined on rumoredpedo.com. And if you would like to review that audio clip that you just saw, all you have to do is go to the URL groomingnews.com. Because DeLeon, he's been grooming young girls for a very long time, and I suspect that he has an affinity for little boys and will groom them too, especially considering how much he promotes the pedophile symbol of Pinocchio. Everybody knows that Pinocchio is a symbol, it's a universal symbol for pedophiles into little boys. Unfortunately, I believe that you are wrong, Big T. Unfortunately, I think that you're wrong, but you are entitled to your opinion. Unfortunately, your friend, who is outlined on sharesmom.com, routinely attacks the targets of DeLeon. I understand that you want to defend your friend, but I'm not allowing you to do so in my chat. I'm going to go ahead and remove your comments, but I will not block you. However, don't defend what this is.
She starts to trash talk an individual. Okay? That's why, bitch, you are alone. That's what.
I haven't been alone for very long, DeLeon. Again, DeLeon likes to promote the angry black female stereotype. He likes to diminish black women, African American women as much as possible, wants to make us seem as undesirable as possible. That is what he does. I've had many very healthy relationships throughout my life, and I have been married before. I'm child-free by choice. I get asked out very frequently, but I'm picky. But one thing I am going to add to my long laundry list of requirements of dating somebody moving forward is that they definitely have to believe in God and be a Christian. I shouldn't have deviated from my standard when it comes to that, when it comes to Sosin. That was my mistake, and I won't make that mistake again. And I'm not necessarily against people who don't believe in God and Jesus Christ, but I just find that I'm most compatible with people who are Christians. I resonate better with them. They understand me better. I understand them better. And, I thought maybe I could deviate from that, but no, that was wrong on my part.
Why? That's why. Okay? Maybe your daddy looking down doing you and the man a favor by not letting you fucking hook up with nobody. Because he...
And why is he bringing my father, who has just passed away, into this? Does any of this make sense to any of you? No, it doesn't. And I'll tell you why it doesn't. Because it's an instance of organized stalking that has been exposed and caught. Hazel says, I find it interesting connecting the dots to actual people I currently work with versus what people online encounter.
He know that you a nut. He know that the nut that came out his dick is a nut. Okay? The girl need...
And you see how vulgar he sounds. He's talking about my father who passed away, talking about a nut, in other words, semen. He's gross. He's gross. That's probably why the biological mother of his children kept him away from his children. She realized that he's not just likely mentally ill, but that he's just a very disgusting human being.
Professional help, man. Okay? Again, let's get to this. Let's get to this right here.
And again, this is somebody who is well into their 40s trying to emulate the comic book character, the Joker, by keeping his hair actually green. He has no intention of ever trying to find a mainstream job or anything. He's just, for the rest of his life, going to try to get donations from his audience via extortion or blackmail and live off very unfortunate women, such as Amanda Artaud, but who are women who deserve somebody such as him, considering how piss poor of character women such as Artaud are.
Let me start from the beginning. What's funny is nothing happened. I hadn't seen her in a long time, and she decided to come out and see me. I felt like things weren't working. No intercourse. I didn't want that. Nothing crazy happened at all. This sounds entirely like her problem, and if she wants to make a domain, fine, I'll see her in court.
Well, the reality is, like I said, this one over here, Sosin, does not have the money to see me in court, and neither does this person up here, De Leon. Maybe they can see each other in court. For what? That's out of my realm of thinking. But both of these men better hope that nobody linked to them guns me down over the next few months. Maybe that's how they'll be in court. Criminal conspiracy of murder.
She thinks she never met me, but she actually did.
And again, I don't think that I met him in the capacity that he thinks, but maybe he did meet me when I signed at an adult industry convention. That would have realistically been the only way he would have been able to meet me. Interesting.
Tried to rekindle the friendship and help her.
And I never had a friendship with him. You don't forget who your freaking friends are. Rekindle the friendship. Oh
with
God.
Personal issues, and she warned me that she may become too emotionally attached, and I didn't want that, so I cut the whole thing off. I mean her no harm, and none of our...
He definitely meant harm. Definitely. Again, for those of you who are just now joining, he's been in communication with this clown speaking, likely since April, late April. Gotta be a good liar to be a decent actor and screenwriter, don't you?
Our texts are anything more than flirting, silly stuff. I don't know the exact live stream because she's done a couple since last night. She does confirm that she doesn't remember ever meeting him, but that he told her, yo, we've met before. You know what I mean?
I think he lied. And if I did meet him, it was definitely a very public situation to where I probably met a lot of people.
All right. The next one is when I decided not to see her the last night, which was last night, she was visiting. She went on a crazy tirade and cursed me and all kinds of stuff. Funny thing is, I tried to help her and give her advice with what she was going through. Okay.
If he really wanted to help me, he never would have been in communication with this person. Ever.
So the Higgit tried to help you, and because he don't
Help me how? Help me how? Hey Sosin, thank you for allowing me to vent, but being that you most likely recorded our calls at the prompting of this person. Now I get it. I understand why he probably did, because anyone linked to this person does record phone calls illegally. Now, if he did indeed record any of the calls that I had with him, he would be facing criminal charges because he lives in a two-party consent state when it comes to recording phone calls. But he would have been prompted to record the phone calls by this person's group. Interesting.
want to chill because he know that you horny.
Again, he's trying to overly sexualize me, saying that I'm horny. How do you know how I feel or don't feel, De Leon? See, you're saying that because you're addicted to watching Monica Foster porn. You're a porn addict. You're sick.
All right, you probably horny, nigga. You probably you trying to get.
And he called me an N-word. You heard that just now. You heard that. He's not African American or black. He has no place using the N-word with or without a hard R. And that's what he's calling me. And that's who Sosin is associated with.
Get dick the fuck down. You know, movie producer status.
Oh,
right?
this is disgusting. It's hard for me to even listen to, but I want all of you to hear it. All of you need to hear it. Nicole says, "Good morning, Alex. I am so sorry you get targeted this way. It has to be painful." It was when it first happened, but the more that I'm processing it, it doesn't hurt so much anymore. I wonder if Alex likes minors too. They are everywhere, sending you love and prayers. Thank you, Nicole. I'm not going to speculate on that, Nicole. At least not at this moment.
Hey, and he don't want you.
And now we're getting to the mantra that this man wants to promote when it comes to black women, especially independent, intelligent black women. He don't want you. Again, his goal is to make black women or any woman that he's intimidated by seem as undesirable as possible. He did it with Big T Controlla. He's done it with KK. He's doing it with me. That is the name of his game. I'm not an unattractive person, and I do have a good personality. I'm not a fuck doll. Men like this, they want fuck dolls. Women with almost no personality. Women who are submissive. Women who do as they're told, who don't think for themselves. But I know for a fact a lot of people want me, but I'm very particular with who I want. So keep trying to push that mantra. Keep trying to push that false narrative daily on, because the reality is nobody, with the exception of who you're living off of right now, wants you. Really look at yourself and how ugly you are. De Leon. I'm not just saying that you're ugly to be mean. You really do have an ugly face. You look like a bulldog or one of those dogs with all the wrinkles. What are they called? Shar-Peis? That's what you look like. And you're only, what, 44 years old? You look substantially older than I do, and I'm 46. You're out of shape. You have a beer belly. But you're wasting away. Now, some people are speculating that you have diabetes, but it might be something else. Because as you've made it known to the public, when you have intercourse, you don't use protection, and you don't exactly attract the cleanest women, do you? Or women at all. That's why you go for little girls. But yeah, I'm a very desirable woman. Which is why you are obsessed with me, De Leon. And why this man was obsessed with me too. And why now the two of you can just jerk each other off.
Okay? The same way I wanted Monica Foster.
There it is.
Alex Mayers is a bitch. She's a cunt. I don't want Alex Mayers. I wanted Monica Foster.
That's sick. Imagine being somebody in my position, hearing that somebody who is frighteningly stalking you wanted the adult industry version of you, but basically wants to murder who you actually are. Do you understand how psychologically damaged this person is? And how psychologically damaged this person potentially may be to have been feeding him information about me since likely April of 2025? Yeah. And this is my real life.
See, that's when I realized, oh shit, my nigga, like you want someone that she's not. She's not that person no more. And that's when I was able to just snap out of it. Right?
So you hear how he's starting to reveal that he'd been talking to this guy for a while? I mean, what Sosin also probably doesn't realize is that part of the reason that this man, De Leon, reached out to him was because he was jealous of Sosin having my attention. But now these two are just stuck with each other. And if they want to see me in court, hey, more power to them both. So that maybe I can get a judgment from them both and they can both do some prison time for conspiracy to stalk, harass, and potentially physically harm me.
The whole time that I've ever looked at Alex, I've always looked at Monica Foster.
Ugh! You heard what he just said? I'm going to rewind that. The whole time he's looked at me, he's only seen the adult actress. That means he watches my adult content all the time. He hates that he can never have sex with me. All he can have sex with is Amanda Artaud.
You know, I've always said, yo, and don't get me wrong, like I'm still going to say that Alex directly from the front is a pretty black woman. You get her from the side, though, she's an ugly bitch, right? You get her from the front, she's pretty, right? So
none of that makes any sense either. From the front, I'm pretty. From the side, I'm ugly. Here I am from the side. Here I am from the front. And again, we're talking about a man who's well into his 40s, who doesn't know how to dress like an adult, who's trying to mimic a fictitious comic book character by dyeing his hair green, whose body is wasting away, yet he still has a beer belly. Ugh.
the entire time I'm looking at Monica Foster. I had to realize, man, nigga, that's not her. Okay.
Monica Foster was never real. That was a character. He doesn't understand that. I wonder if he ever understood that. And both of these men are about the same age. Both of these men are in their mid 40s.
The person that you know is Alex Mayers, the cunt, the bitch, the two-face.
You hear how he's talking about me? God, this is why I'm saying, this is why I'm afraid for my life, because he's going to end up trying to get one of his Discord friends to gun me down. I am convinced of that. Hearing the aggression. I mean, I'm not on Discord. I don't even know what, I mean, you hear him talking like this on a public platform. In the Discord group, only God knows what they're saying about me. They might be planning to rape me. They might be planning to do all kinds of things to me. They're probably swapping my porn all around in that Discord in conjunction with the child porn that is likely in there. Hazel says, for a woman of class, what draws you to cover the bottom of the barrel who end up in social media war with you? They drag me into it, not the other way around. But at this stage in the game, I'm not letting them do this to anybody else. Because if I was not me contending with this, this would be something to push somebody to suicide. And De Leon is actively trying to coerce me to suicide. Just take a look at what he recently titled one of his recent live streams about me. Alex Mayers is ready to unalive herself. No, I am not going to unalive myself. The only reason, De Leon, you want me to unalive myself is because I'm stronger than you are. You're weak. You're incredibly weak. And you always have been. Let's continue.
The fake narrative maker, the YouTuber that just does this for entertainment on YouTube makes no
The only one who's a fake narrative maker is you, De Leon, not me. You have to talk about others to deflect from yourself because you've fucked up your entire life. And I'm not the first person to expose you, but I will be the first one to ensure that the exposure of you is never wiped off the internet.
fucking money, puts her life at risk.
Put my life at risk? No, I don't actively put my life at risk, but that's him admitting that he intended on gunning me down on International Drive when he approached me without my consent.
No one cares about the wikis or the domains.
Oh, you definitely care about them. That's why you're freaking out, De Leon.
On top of that, shout out to Dutchie. They only go to YouTube playlists.
No, they absolutely don't only go to YouTube playlists. Is IRLnewsTime a YouTube playlist? Is Porn News Today? Is Political News Time? PNTlive.net? RumoredPedo.com? Is RumoredPedo.com a playlist? Now that site's just getting started, but is it a playlist?
She's buying domains that she doesn't even promote herself. The likelihood of other people seeing the domain is unlikely.
Oh, it's very likely. More people know about you, De Leon, than ever before because of websites that you'll never be able to take offline. In fact, it's reached such a level that you can barely stream on YouTube at this stage. Isn't that interesting?
She's not going to get traffic from a real, authentic people. She's just getting the little community that this is. The same motherfuckers just going to the wiki page to clown it to then move on. Alice.
Well, then why are you worried about it, De Leon? I am wondering at this stage, I'm not even going to say it. Let's keep going.
Your superpowers are trash.
Superpowers? I don't have any superpowers. Again, this man is delusional. He thinks I have superpowers. Does he think he has Does he think that he's the Joker for real?
Trash. Fuck you and your motherfucking wiki pages. That don't do nothing. That don't do nothing, bitch. Okay, you out there paying money, probably yearly, on all types of fucking wiki names that don't do fucking nothing. You always talking about polices and
Wiki names. He doesn't even know the right terminology to use to talk about what he's talking about. The only wiki that I actively maintain is ip2.info. And he doesn't even have a page. He's not on ip2.info. Let me verify that actually. I'm almost certain that he's never had a wiki page. Maybe he wanted one. I mean, he thought that he was going to be on the website whiteswhotargetblacks.com. But he's not white. He's Hispanic. Let's check. Let's see if he ever had a wiki page. I don't think he did. Let's check. Does he? Oh, he does. It's very short, though. It's very short.
involved. Ain't no.
But there's only one wiki. Again, ip2.info is the only wiki site that I'm running right now. So what's he talking about? So he does have a wiki, but it's so short. I wonder who wrote this. Well, if y'all do want to read his wiki since he's promoting it, just go to ip2.info.
Police rolling up. You said Orlando police, you're gonna contact them. Let me know so I could do your monkey ass like I did.
Calling me a monkey. See all this racism? He hates blacks. He likes black guys who are subservient to him. I mean, all the black males in that pedo court that he runs are basically a bunch of Uncle Toms. But Brandon Q says, they're her stalkers. They deserve to be exposed. Yes, they do. Yeah. Thank you, Brandon, for making it clear to Hazel exactly what this is. I appreciate it.
Troll a nigga, and I could show up. I could be there when the police there.
He called the police on himself. He called the police on himself, and the police are very aware of him in the Orlando area because he walks around threatening people with a firearm in his backpack. He's made it clear that he carries 3 clips at all times. Yet he wants to be a streamer that other streamers meet with. You'd have to be a fool to want to deal with this violent, mentally ill person. I really wish Sosin had done his research because now I'm wondering, I mean, is De Leon going to end up seeking out Sosin and trying to gun him down now that things haven't gone his way? Or is Sosin going to go after De Leon legally at this stage? Because Sosin doesn't have a lot of money, but when I think about it, he does have a good friend who is an entertainment lawyer. But any entertainment lawyer looking at this situation would realize very quickly that I have an airtight lawsuit against Sosin if I were to choose to move forward, which I don't care to do. But were I to be sued, I would have to countersue. And then Sosin's name would be so drawn through the mud legally via court paperwork due to this person and his associates. Would it be worth it to Sosin? I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't have to pay legal fees considering that his attorney is his buddy. But would his buddy want to be attached to somebody like that? From what I can assess about Sosin's buddy is very logical, whereas Sosin is very right-brained. So his buddy would likely basically tell Sosin, maybe change your phone number so that this person in his group can't contact you anymore. Just saying.
What's up? Okay, you tell the police in Orlando I said, what's up? Fuck they want to do.
And keep in mind, he is very afraid of law enforcement. Extremely so. He can't enter a court. He wants other people to fight for him. He's weak. Because he's a criminal, and a dumb criminal at that.
Fuck you want to do. Hey, Alex, fuck you want to do, and fuck Orlando police want to do. What y'all niggas want to do? You gonna team up? What you niggas want to do? What day you want me to be there so I could be there, nigga?
Wait, who's he talking to? He just said Alex. Was he talking to me, or was he talking about this Alex? Which Alex is he referring to at this point?
Can show all these niggas that you not gonna.
And why is he calling everybody an N-word? Why is he suddenly getting all crazy racist?
Fucking do nothing. You or the police. What you want to do?
He doesn't think the police will do anything to him. Okay.
Let's set it up. Okay, let's set it up. Let me see. Let me see. So, it was made aware to him, the domain. She said that she's going to put it up tonight. She's dogging the fuck out of you. He said,
I'm not dogging anybody. What are you talking about? But for those of you out there who would like to see all those texts, the link is in the description of this live stream. Just go to alexthecanyon.com and you can read through all the texts and DMs. Yes.
I'm glad I called it off when I did. That's crazy. It was communicated to him. Yes, it was smart that you didn't have intercourse either. He said, I avoided it. I knew.
Whoa, he avoided it. Then why were you trying to come up to my hotel room, Sosin? Why were you trying to do that? I was avoiding intercourse with you, not the other way around, homeboy.
What could happen? All right. We asked, did she try?
And you hear that? We asked. Who is this we? Is it just him and this weird ass incel known as Dutchie? Or are there other people involved in this? It's going to come out. But again, if you are a woman who's a streamer in these communities, please avoid De Leon, okay? Please. He has a track record of doing this, and everything that he touches turns to trash. Everything. So, I mean, I'm keeping this very civil and mild when I think about it. But if this guy did have the hope of gaining a new audience through me, I guess if he's going to make independent films about whatever this mentally ill head case is, maybe that'll work out. But I'll never talk to you again, Sosin.
To make a move, Zay over here saying she horny. Did she even make a move? Okay. He said kind of, a little in the car, but we stopped. Okay. And he says, and I'm glad. Let me see.
Okay, so he probably, if any phone calls between he and I come out, I'll press charges.
So we, just reiterated, again, listen, and salute to him, right? So this is not to embarrass him at all. Like, if he comes across this, all right, we have issues with Alex, right?
Always we. If he comes across this, how would he even know where to find his live stream? This is why I'm saying they've definitely been talking for a long time. Oh, this is very invasive for me. It really is. You're a very immature man, Sosin. Man. Sicko.
Our issues with Alex, the female version, is not the male Alex, because for the people that don't know, they're both named Alex, right? So our issues with Alex is not his issues with Alex, right? Me, I felt that it was necessary that he should be forewarned, right?
Wait. So this person said that he thought it was necessary that he should be forewarned. That's even more evidence pointing to them having spoken multiple times for a very long time. So De Leon is putting himself in the position of being someone who warns people about women, considering his own deadbeat dad track record. The fact that he is a proven ephebophile, a rumored pedophile, owes countless dollars in child support, has never had a successful relationship with a mentally healthy woman. And he is going to be someone who warns people about others? Really? Wow. Wow.
Alex can't be mad at nobody because she gave me all the tools to be able to find him. She gave me the name.
No, I didn't. I didn't give him anything. He's acting like I talked to him. I didn't give him anything. Freaking liar. You're a stalker, De Leon. You're a criminal stalker, online and physically. And I personally believe you to most likely have been a rapist in your past also. I think you raped a bunch of underage girls when you were around 30, 31, 32, considering what I've seen in regards to you. Yeah. I also heard a bit of audio when it comes to you, De Leon, specifically saying that you prefer very young girls because you feel that their genitalia has less mileage. Those were not your exact words, because I don't want to use your exact words, but we'll be doing a future stream about that. I don't know. Maybe Sosin can make an independent film about you and your proclivity for little girls and little boys.
Said the thing about the director, all that shit. So if Alex didn't want this to happen, she should have kept her fucking mouth shut.
And you hear how he's talking? Why should I keep my mouth shut about anything? This is my life. But the reality is, you are buddies with this person now. You guys are like Batman and Robin, or Batman and the Joker. That's who you want to be, right? Right, Sosin? Right, De Leon? That's who they want to be. Batman and the Joker.
Okay? She gave me all the tools. We located the individual, and I think that it was necessary to let him know what is about to happen. Okay? As a man, from a man to another man, from a man that has gotten...
Neither of you are men. You're both little boys in adult male bodies still pretending.
False charges thrown on me from this fucking crazy bitch right here.
Oh, no. No, it's not false charges. In fact, let's take a brief break. Let's take a little bit of a break. I'm feeling better by the day about this, believe it or not. I really am. But let's take a look at that website, rumoredpedo.com. I think that would be a good idea. It's just now built. We don't have very many things on it just yet, but I just kind of want to show you all the site very quickly because we are going to develop it very quickly. I am working with somebody else on this particular project. It's a project that should have been put together quite some time ago. All right, so if you go to rumoredpedo.com, already there's a way for you to find out how to report a rumored pedo should you need to do so. If you'd like to at least see one of the most vile videos when it comes to the reality of Amanda Artaud and her activity, then you can click on that. if you'd like to see another very disturbing thing that Victor de Leon is about, you can click on that. But there's going to be post after post after post after post on rumoredpedo.com. It's going to be quite the extensive project. It's something, again, that should have been put together a long time ago. Hatfield says those are called demons, not men. Agreed. Agreed. But as I said, the commonality that both of them have is that neither believe in God. Both are very adamant about not believing in God or Jesus Christ, which is most likely why they are as angry as they are, why they seek to target women who believe in God as I do, why they hate women, why they hate themselves. The whole thing is horrible. But let's keep going.
I felt that it was necessary that I tell this other man, like, my nigga, watch out, because look, she about to do this to you.
My nigga, does he look black or African American to you? And he's not black or African American either. So why are you even using that word? It doesn't make any sense, because you're obviously against black and African American people. How come have y'all noticed that whenever De Leon is trying to address white people, he tries to use like a stereotypical African American dialect, but when he's talking to black people, he sounds more Caucasian? Why do you think that is? It's so strange. It's very strange.
Okay, is she about to do the wiki and all that? And
again, he's talking about a wiki. And he sounds very, like, escalated. Listen to how rapid he's talking. I kind of feel almost like he does the same kind of substances or drugs as Junkie James. What kind of pills do you think that this cat's on?
Nigga don't fucking, he not scared of no fucking wiki, nigga. Alex.
No one should be scared of a wiki. Why would you be afraid of a wiki? It sounds to me like only he's afraid of a wiki. Is anyone in this chat room afraid of a wiki? Are you afraid of sunflowers and daisies and roses too? Probably.
Are you trying to go to court, bitch? Are you trying to go to court?
Are you trying to go to court? Because the only court case that would come about from all this would be a court case between De Leon and Sosin. I'm removed from the situation. I mean, if you two, De Leon and Sosin, want to be friends, be friends. Maybe you could do a podcast together. Go for it.
You're not going to pull the wiki shit that you be pulling with us with that nigga. I'm just giving you the heads up.
Why do a wiki when I can do multiple websites?
Okay. So if you don't want to get sued, take your monkey ass back home.
And here we are with the racism again. I mean, I hate to say it, but Sosin might as well not deem himself a liberal anymore, being that he's willing to, ride out with people who are calling African Americans monkeys and N-words. That doesn't exactly fly in mainstream Hollywood.
Go lick your wounds. Okay, you're going to be fine. You're going to be up on YouTube giving everybody hell next week with all types of fucking fraudulent fucking narratives. Okay, go lick your wounds, though. That nigga don't want you. All right, he see a nut, nigga. Okay, let me see. So then he kind of started asking, like, yo, how do you know about that? She said that? So we said,
how do you know about that? Wow. So this is very interesting. This is very interesting. De Leon, you might as well go ahead and give him a call today. Because you two are going to have a lot to talk about going forward.
Zach, so you just were tired, you didn't want to proceed, or you didn't want to see her again, or text her, or said it wasn't working? Like, we're just trying to, clarify, like, what is it that happened? He said, correct. We said she streams on YouTube. He said, I text her saying I was tired, and could we take a rain check? So on the last night, Don't
And I said, no, I don't want to take a rain check. Goodbye. In fact, I will read to all of you exactly what I said in regards to that. Because I didn't want a rain check. I feel like if someone's going to visit you from another state on their own dime, and for whatever reason you're incapable of spending time with them, then that's the end of it. Just as he knew it needed to come to a close, in my heart and in my core and in my soul, I knew it needed to come to a close too. I haven't contacted this man since then. I'm sharing with all of you my experience when it comes to this. But I will not talk to that guy anymore. I mean, you know. But yeah, I want to tell all of you exactly what I said in those final texts. Let's see. Just give me a moment. Here we are. Okay, let's share the screen. All right, so this was on Monday, okay? Don't hate me, just getting off work but feeling tired. Long day, but I sold a lot. Can we do a rain check after all? Sorry for the late notice. I won't be interesting at all. That's what he said. I replied, I figured you'd say that. Good night. In other words, I was telling him, I don't want a rain check. Good night and goodbye. Then he said, yes, sorry, have a safe night and safe travels in the morning. Glad I got to see you twice and show you around. Sleep well. I wrote back, nothing further to say. And then I continued. Suggestion. If you don't want to actually meet people from online, don't pretend like you do. He wrote back, the last thing I want to do is hurt you, and I only wish the best for you. I wish you safe travels and want you to know I'm always around for you as a friend. I wrote back, just forget I exist. Bye. Then I continued and I said, the way you've treated me and regarded me is wrong. It will come back to you karmically, and no belief or non-belief in a higher power will prevent it. Do not ever speak of me, even though he did. Wish I'd never believed I'd met you. I'd wanted to take you out for your birthday. Belated, of course. I'm glad to have learned you're just another POS, racist, bigot, misogynistic POS from hell, who thinks it's funny to hurt women with a heart. You'll get exactly what you deserve. And yes, I know you lied about ever having met me initially. Nice line. It'll never work for you again, liar. So I pretty much knew at that point that despite my feelings being hurt, despite me being emotional, because keep in mind, I did just lose my father March 9th of this year. And this man was not only aware of that, but fraudulently bonded with me by claiming his father. And I think his father actually did die about a year ago, but that was a way for him to have a commonality with me, for me to trust him, for me to lower my emotional boundaries and guard. Meanwhile, all the time, he had the agenda of sharing a tremendous amount of who I am with someone who not only stalked me, but has threatened to physically harm me, and who likely intended on shooting me that night on International Drive. So that's what I've dealt with.
get me wrong. In his mind, he know that he don't want to hook up with her, which in a way is good, my nigga.
He did want to hook up with me, which is why he tried to pressure me into allowing him to come up to my hotel room, which I did not. This man has an extreme attraction to me, which is very scary to me. And he was jealous that this guy had physical access to me, whereas this man never will. The fact that he has had physical access to me in the past was because he breached my personal space and boundaries. And that will never happen again.
Like, he don't want to hook up with her. He doesn't want to waste her time. He's not going to
He did waste my time. He did want to hook up with me.
take advantage of her in a vulnerable stage, right?
He definitely took advantage of me emotionally and psychologically and spiritually, since I disclosed to him that my dad passed away, and he claimed to want to talk with me about that. Yeah, he took advantage of me. He basically lured me out to California. And when I really think about it, I'm lucky that I got out of the situation as unscathed as I did, being that this person was involved also.
The last night, he tired. He can't go out. Look at how she acted. Look at how she acted. The nigga asked for a rain check. The nigga didn't blow her off. Remember?
He did blow me off, which is why in return I blew him off. This person's upset now because he has no more access to me. This man was his only connection to me. The only way that this man could have any information about me, someone who he obsesses over, was through him, and I'll never speak to him again. So he's SOL, shit out of luck. And I'm sorry, Sosin, but this is not a good look for you. But it's a truthful look at who you are. And you can't sue over the truth.
Remember, this is what we were saying. Yo, did he blow her off? Is she feeling something? He asked for a rain check the nice way. You see what I'm talking about? Okay. Does this not read the same way that my interaction read with her?
Wait, that his interaction read, my interaction with him was forced. He forced me to have to contend with him. I had to flee for my life. I was around him for less than 10 minutes. He is trying to equate, this man is trying to paint a narrative that he has an equivalent interaction to me as this man. That is not the case. Not at all. Look, at this point, like I said, I'll never speak to or be around this one again. But would I even fathom ever even having to be in the same room as this person? It makes me want to throw up or vomit. It really does. His face is so gross to me. It really is. And just knowing what kind of soul he has, or lack of soul. No. 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 He can yell and scream about having been streamer of the month. That was the IP2 system. The IP2 streamer of the month was not necessarily a title that you want. It's not necessarily a good thing, but what? No one ever gave him an award before or something? So he thought that that was like something special? Oh God, this is frightening to me. Stay away from these men and women, please.
Okay. All I'm saying is, yo, could you chill with the disrespect? What she do? She doubles and triples down on the disrespect, and then thinks that like we're.
Why wouldn't I disrespect both of these men now, considering what we've learned about them when it comes to their treatment of women, especially treatment of women of color, conspiracy to harm women, conspiracy to humiliate women, conspiracy to bully women, who just lost their best friend who was their dad. You two are dirtbags.
Gonna come running towards her. Who are you? Who are you? Okay? I said you were a pretty black woman. I didn't say you was a baddie.
I don't desire to be a baddie. I'm 46 years old. You're just projecting. These are all your thoughts. I don't think these things, De Leon. You need to stop watching Monica Foster porn. You need to realize that the only woman who's ever going to give you the time of day is Amanda Artaud, who, frankly, is worse than you are. And, you know, stick to the waters that you know, because I'm waters that you don't know. And now what you've done when it's come to this, I don't have to speak on this much more. But there's going to be something that enters your life that's out of your league. So you brought it on yourself.
Niggas is not running to you.
Yeah, they do. People flock to me, and you're very jealous of that. De Leon is very envious of me. Extremely so.
Who the fuck lied to you, Alex? Who the fuck lied to you to make you think that you could disrespect someone and then all of a sudden they have to kiss the ground that you walk on? Who are you?
I don't disrespect anybody who doesn't deserve it, and I don't desire anybody kiss my ass. I actually prefer that as few people communicate with me as possible, especially at this point. The only one really seeking attention is you, De Leon. And Sosin seeks attention too, but in a different way. A very different way. But let's keep going.
You're a nobody. Okay?
If I'm a nobody, why are you talking about me all the time?
Maybe you were Monica Foster, you were famous in the porn industry, right? On you.
I was never super famous. No. And I don't desire to be. I'm a businesswoman. I'm not looking to be famous. That's you. Stupid.
YouTube, you're a fucking nobody, my nigga.
Exactly.
Okay? You're a fucking nobody on the grand scale of things. Niggas only know you in the IP2 community.
Good. So why are you screaming and yelling about me like a weirdo and stalking me to where you're contacting men that I have in-person interactions with and extensive verbal and text communications with? It's weird.
Technically, the white boy community.
Oh, here we get to it. The racism. Again, De Leon wishes that he was a white male. He has extreme disdain for black men that are not subservient to him. A lot of the black guys who follow him, they're kind of fooled. They think that he's another brother. No, De Leon wants to be Sosin, basically. He hates black women because black women hate him. That's really what it comes down to. De Leon, he could never date a black woman at this point. He can only date what Amanda is.
Don't accept you. They clown you. You are nothing.
Oh, they clown you. That's why you do what you do. The only one who cares about IP2 is you. I didn't even think you had an IP2.info wiki. You know what? Maybe I should delete it.
But the crazy black woman to them. Okay? They don't want you. The movie producer don't want you.
I don't want them. I don't want him. I don't want you. Why don't y'all just stick to the waters that you know? Stay in your own lane. You're the one bothering me, not the other way around.
I don't want you. I want Monica Foster. That's over.
And now he's talking about Monica Foster again, a fictitious character from the adult industry that he doesn't understand is real. Probably not too unlike this one.
I don't want you. You're a cunt.
Oh, and of course you got to call me a name because, well, you're a misogynistic pig who can't handle adult, sane women.
Hey, you're a fuck.
Only mentally ill, obese, bad moms who have their children taken by CPS. who are pill heads. Hey, maybe you can pimp Pebs to Sosin.
Cunt, and you deserve this. Mama, I appreciate.
Deserve what? I'm already getting over it with every word that you're speaking, boy. I mean, honestly, I am going to tell all of you something. The moment that I realized that these two have been talking since most likely April of this year, any kind of residual feelings I thought I had for this one dissipated pretty much like that.
Appreciate you. Mama, you told me, boy, just leave it. Okay? Anything you're going to do is going to get you in trouble. I'll handle it, nigga. Just give me some time. And Mama delivered. Now your feelings is hurt. You on the flight, you crying. And I'm here to help embarrass you.
I'm not embarrassed. But you are looking worse and worse. And people are understanding why you've been relegated to these obscure websites that nobody knows about to live stream on. People understand why you got kicked out of Triton's K, and now you have to live in a nasty little attic with your nasty old girlfriend. Yeah, not exactly winning.
That nigga didn't want you. You got turned down. You got rejected.
No, he actually suspected that I would still communicate with him. That's probably what he anticipated, but that hasn't happened. So now, whatever these two were planning, that's, out the door. So what's next? What are you going to do now? I mean, De Leon, he might decide to do something legally, but the only thing legally he could do would be against you, not against me. He's not a private citizen. He's a public figure. De Leon. Just as you are. Just as I am. So there can't be anything done, especially being that it's been nothing but truth that's come out about this.
You got rejected, sister. You wasn't lying. Nobody wants you.
A lot of people do want me. So far, the people who want me, I do not want. So I will say nobody wants me because I'm so particular. But yeah, I'm still desirable. And when it comes to dating and my options and choices, I actually have more options and choices than both this one and this one. And I know it. And they hate it.
Let me reiterate, because I'm a logical person.
Oh, you're definitely not a logical person. I mean, you're sitting up there talking about auras and all that kind of stuff with green hair, trying to be the Joker, living in an attic, ain't got no money unless your friend Juice gives you some, having to live off your girlfriend who's mentally ill and a pill head with her methamphetamine friend.
Somebody wants you, right? But they are not in there. Your eyes are not focused anywhere near an individual that wants you.
My eyes are very focused on where they need to be focused. And the last thing I need is some mentally ill, over the hill reject from hell trying to tell me what I need to go for when it comes to my romantic life. Lord.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We're going to go ahead and take a break now. Again, this is my reality. This is my real life, even though it is IRL news. Yeah. This is the kind of thing that women like me have to deal with. Some women like me who deal with this, the people who target them win. but they won't win in this case. I mean, unless somebody has a sniper rifle, that's going to be the only way that you take me out. And I think I am going to go ahead and talk to somebody about that friend of his with all those firearms, because if I can avoid being shot, I'll avoid it. But anyway, let's look at that music video again that I made. I'll be back in just a bit.
He's got midnight coffee in a paper cup, retro visions lighting his desktop up. A screen glow flickers like a silver moon. Script in hand, he's gonna blow up soon. Type by type, he's building worlds unknown. Fade in fate, Alex stands alone. But he's got drive like a neon storm. Heartbeats sync to a tiered waveform. Blockbuster soul in a studio haze, living for the lights and the Oscar stage. They said dreams fade, he said watch me shine, writing his story one frame at a time. Alex in the neon night, writing lines that could change his life. One idea and he's breaking through like Spielberg did in '82. Alex with the future script, got that starlit cinematic grip. He's got the vision, he's got the thrill. One line closer to a Hollywood flashback reels in a coded dream. Find a draft dripping with laser beams. He's crafting legends with each bold scenes. He's tie posts like destiny in a machine. He's not just chasing some director's ghost, he's rewriting fate. He's the genre's host for midnight vibes in his living room. He can hear the crowd, it's coming soon. Plot twist, born in a pixel mind. He's not just watching, he's redefining time. From the indie fringe to the neon throne, Alex ain't stopping till he claims that zone. Alex in the neon night, writing lines that could change his life. One idea and he's breaking through like Spielberg did in '82. The Alex with the future script, got that starlit cinematic grip. He's got the vision, he's got the thrill. One line closer to a Hollywood hill. Exterior, the world. Interior, a dreamer's soul. Alex in the neon night, from zero to the flashing lights. A final scene where he breaks on through with a billion hearts and a box office view. Alex, now the name they know. From that glowing screen to the walk of glow.
All right, everybody, we are back. We are back. Welcome to IRL News Time Live, morning edition. Morning edition. After I conclude this stream, I'm probably going to go pick up some groceries. Something for me to do. But anyway, next I want to look at a clip from KK, of KK's company. Everyone make sure that you do subscribe to KK of KK's company. Actually, let me go ahead and put her on the banner, because some of you may not know what her URL is. I'll just do that for now. All right. All right, that's better. So we put her little handle in this. Okay. But yeah, KK uncovered a bit of a lie when it came to some things that Zaya and, or Victor De Leon rather, and his associate Dutchy were trying to put out there. They were trying to say that they hadn't been in communication with Sosin, but they absolutely have. And Dutchy has a little bit of a hard time keeping his story straight and his facts straight. So this is a very interesting listen. So here we go.
Saw that Alex was live, and I went in there, and to my understanding, because I actually watched, because I'm going through my own shit, and I'm like listening to her,
and I want to note KK has listened to my live streams for many, many, many years. She has a pretty good grasp as to what kind of person I am, my various moods, and how I am, and she's very on point when it comes to her assessments of me.
I could hear the hurt in her voice. To my understanding, she had been talking to a guy since 2023. The guy lives in Cali. She ended up going to literally just see him like 4th of July weekend, maybe this week. She just literally got back like yesterday.
The trip was from the 5th of July to the 8th of July. KK is correct. And it was all pre-scheduled. I didn't like buy a one-way ticket and another one-way ticket. I got a round-trip ticket, booked my hotel stay in advance, everything. 5th to the 8th.
The day before, she flew from out of there. Now, it's understood that today she found out that this guy that she just met has been talking to Zaya.
Yes and no.
He admitted it. There is no yes and no. It's just yes. Because Zaya, Victor De Leon admitted it also. Okay? And right now, this guy known as Dutchy is scared to death because he knows that he's being exposed over the next few days. Dutchy has a lot of enemies. A lot. And Dutchy should not be doing what he's doing, considering certain things in his life that are going to be impacted now due to his online activity. It's interesting how some people self-sabotage. That should be Dutchy's handle. Self-saboteur.
So we, and I'm using we as in us, as in people online.
Oh, you're an organized stalking group. We. That's why Victor De Leon consistently says we. That's why Amber Hall consistently says we. That's why Amanda Artaud consistently says we. I mean, really, after phase 1 of what needs to be said publicly about Dutchy happens, we're going to go ahead and link him directly to rumoredpedo.com. He's a part of it. Always has been. And if somebody like me wasn't taking a stand, he always would be. But now that's going to change.
And Zaya included, only found out about him yesterday.
Not true. Not true at all. But nice try to defend your friend, Dutchy.
So it's not been since April.
No.
It has been since April.
No, it has not been since April.
Yes, it has been. Now, Dutchy might just now be coming into the equation, but it's been since April.
Okay.
Because we didn't know his name. We didn't even know he...
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Existed or anything of that nature until she did the live about him and put his name out there.
They'd been in communication.
He's not online like that.
Yes, he is. If you type in Alex Sosin director, his freaking IMDb page comes up. He's more known than I am. And you might not have known about it, Dutchy, but Victor De Leon definitely did.
He's not around here, so how would anybody know of him? She did a video with and put his name and then said details about him, so it was easy to find who he was.
So,
Well, wait, before you said that he's not online like that, but now you're saying it's easy? That's a little bit of a contradiction there, Dutchy. But then again, Dutchy isn't exactly an honest person
then what
and
happened?
definitely shouldn't have the employer or the employment that he has. Not at all.
So, well, we got
Misty, how are you? How are you,
you?
Mochi? It's horrible. Like, listen, I feel it's very different. Like, I'm not dealing with hers, and my sympathy and my heart goes out to her because I could hear her like pain in her voice, and it's the internet. And unfortunately, we are surrounded by literal sheeps and wolves. Okay, and when they smell blood, it's game over. It doesn't.
And what's important to note is that KK has contended with Victor De Leon's wrath and stalking and harassment and threats as well for a very long time. So she does know what this is. She's aware that Dutchy is trying to cover for Victor De Leon, but he's not being successful in doing so. Because at this point, there's going to be so much documentation on this, Dutchy. And your name is going to be all over this. You won't be able to get anything removed or deleted or pulled down, and it's going to follow you for the rest of your life.
Matter.
That's
you can't
true.
have
You
those
have-
vulnerable moments. And it's so sad to see, but it's just the reality. And me being in multiple, this is the like second community I'm at. Now I'm like in my own community because of how much I've seen that. Like, well, come on. We're all human at the end of the day.
True.
And
Yeah.
she just
Not everybody online is human, KK. KK is so idealistic. Love that about her. KK, Victor De Leon isn't exactly human, and neither is Amanda Artaud. That's why they're targeting your minor age children. You need to realize, KK, that sometimes these people really are pure evil. That man on your panel right here, Dutchy, he's just like, if not worse, than Victor De Leon, which is why he will be fully outlined on rumoredpedo.com, along with some other places, considering what he's been involved in over the years.
lost her parent. And then to hear her, listen, she was talking about interracial dating. I'm in a similar situation. I am dating a black guy for the first time and walking into a restaurant and watching in 2025. This is mind blowing to me that people look at us like there's something wrong with us, but there are flirty diamonds walking this fucking planet.
Come on. Come
Like, what?
Yeah, but KK, you're talking to the wrong person when it comes to this. Oops. Wait, hold on. For some reason, my video is stuck. Hold on. All right, give me a second, people. I don't know if my video is gonna redo. Let me see what I can do here. Just give me a second. That's why I couldn't hear anything. I just realized I had my thing muted on here. All right. That's why I couldn't hear anything. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Sorry for the technical difficulties there. But they happen, you know. One woman show over here, right? But let's continue with KK. So anyway, just to summarize, KK understood that I dealt with the only way it can be defined as major betrayal. That's what it was. Alex Sosin betrayed me for Victor De Leon. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, but I'd rather know now than later, you know? Lesson learned. But I do appreciate KK for hearing what I had to say.
But there are flirty diamonds walking this fucking planet.
Come on. Come on.
Like, what? What?
But she's talking to the wrong person when she's, you know, trying to appeal, you know, for sympathy from Dutchie about interracial relationships. Because, for one thing, Dutchie cannot stand black women, not too unlike Victor De Leon. But also, Dutchie is against interracial relationships. He's a bigot, very prejudiced, very racist. Extremely so. He does not like seeing black women with white men, and only in very rare circumstances does he like to see black men with white women. To my knowledge, Dutchie is primarily attracted to non-black women, non-American black women, or non-American women in general. But he's basically an incel. Okay? He's not attractive. And I think because he's been treated poorly by women who are probably out of his league that he tried to approach, he has an extreme hate for women, especially independent, outspoken women. But he definitely takes extreme issue with interracial relationships. And I'll leave it at that for now.
What the fuck are you looking at us for? But Flirty Diamond can walk next to us and nobody's fucking batting an eye at that fucking thing. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know? So no, I could feel like so many different things. And why did you guys reach out to that guy? What?
Let me give you the whole story of everything that's so far that I've seen, which, by the way, I have to mention, Alex put out herself.
Nope. Sorry, Dutchie. That doesn't fly. Your friend Victor De Leon is a solid stalker, which is why he's going to be outlined extensively on rumorpedo.com. Because what he's doing to me, I suspect he's doing to quite a few very young girls who don't know how to deal with this kind of a situation. Okay? He's not going to get to do this anymore. And if you've ever benefited from what he's doing, that comes to a close now. But don't put out that false narrative that you didn't know who he was before I said anything, because you did.
Nobody forced her to do this. Nobody told her to do this. This is all that she did. So the timeline starts.
Actually, Victor De Leon did force me to have interaction with him. And if he could have gotten away with forcing himself on me sexually, he probably would have. Fortunately, I was in a very well-lit public place where De Leon approached me. But I definitely got the vibe off him that he's a sexual predator and a rapist.
The timeline starts where back in 2023, the dude reached out to the Alex male, the guy reached out to our Alex. And then I guess they were talking on IG for a little bit. Then as time went on, it then went into text messages. Now,
so it's possible that Dutchie was not a part of all of the stalking I've contended with linked to De Leon and Sosin. But he's a part of the support of a man who's okay with being an adult targeting minors and a man who's okay with targeting vulnerable individuals, such as myself, such as KK, such as Controlla. But as you heard earlier in this clip, when KK asked him, did Zaya, aka Victor de Leon, contact Alex Sosin? He admitted it. He said yes. He said yes and no, but the answer is yes. What you put out comes back to you, Dutchie.
It's been little stuff here and there, minor flirtation on a bit of both.
And Dutchie's assessing everything that he's been saying about me over the past few days from just text messages. Now, it's possible that Sosin recorded all of our phone calls, not to unlike Karen Latimer did with me. But if he did, he's going to face legal charges because he lives in a two-party consent state when it comes to recording phone calls. That's what California is. But as I was saying, Dutchie is only assessing things from what he's able to see, which are the text messages. He knows nothing. But I have told Dutchie he needs to stop when it comes to his engaging in targeted harassment and helping Victor de Leon do what he does, because it's criminal. Now, of course, Dutchie doesn't have to stop. He has free will. But Dutchie is going to have a very hard time in life going forward, considering what he's involved in.
Both ends until Alex mentioned the fact that she was somewhat falling for him. And you know, everything's like that. That's still fine. You know, the conversations weren't bad as far as what we see. She plans a trip to go out to see him. They do meet up. And I have to mention this as well too. This is a guy who, in every message he sent, he's been going to work. He's got off work. He's tired when he's done work. Normal. So they do meet up. He wasn't able to really get off of work during the days that she was there, but
he didn't want to, which is fine. I never should have taken the trip. He never should have claimed to be excited to meet me. This was all a setup to try to harm me, to target a vulnerable black woman. Just had my dad die. Already have been bullied extensively online for several years. I have no criminal history, but I have so many false narratives put out about me that it's ridiculous at this point. Victor de Leon has been obsessed with me because he's a freaking porn addict. These people want to exploit me. And who knows, maybe they even shot Sosin over some money. Maybe Sosin shot them over some money. I really don't know. But without a doubt, this was a situation to where quite a few people were all targeting one vulnerable black woman, me. KK recognized it. There's a few women in these communities who are recognizing it. You know, in the old days before we had the internet, men did this kind of thing to black women. And oftentimes they were able to get away with kidnapping those black women and hanging them from trees. Sometimes drowning them in rivers, sometimes burning them on crosses. You want to know who that group was who used to do that kind of thing? The KKK. The group never stopped, and the group is not always white males.
But he did meet up the 2 out of the 3 days that she was there.
But wait a second. Hold on. Pause. Because some of this I heard as well coming from her, obviously. So I know what you're saying is the stuff that, like you said, you heard from her.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but one of the many reasons I feel for her. So they've been talking since 2023, and she said mid-June is when she solidified the dates, the 3 days she was coming, giving him ample time to make enough, even if he can't, whatever it may be, making sure that he spends the time with her. And like she said that she gave him multiple outs, and at any point in time, he could have backed out, but
he didn't want to. He wanted a chance to fuck me, basically, to have sex with me, which is why he was very pushy and trying to come up into my hotel room, where I did not let him come up into, okay? He thought he was going to be able to say, hey, I banged Monica Foster. He didn't care about Alexandra Mayers. He duped me. Okay? That's what it was. And there's a lot of guys like that who target women like me. KK saw it. And this guy Dutchy is a part of the orchestrated effort to destroy black women, which is why I decided to put together a website called Whites Who Target Blacks, because Dutchy, to my knowledge, is not white, but culturally he is, and he has disdain for black women. And a lot of people who watch Victor De Leon are white people who hate black people, and they especially hate black women like me. Dutchy's a part of a group that provides a service to a certain type of racist Caucasian American. Maybe Caucasians from other countries too. But if I were not to speak up about this, they would be able to continue. I know a lot of you are like, oh, isn't this embarrassing for you? To an extent, yeah, it is. But to another extent, it's not. Dutchy's going to have to worry for the rest of his life that he crosses paths with me physically. He'll have to watch his back for the rest of his life.
That part we can't confirm because, like, the multiple outs thing, we can't really confirm.
Again, we can't confirm. Well, if Sosin recorded all of my phone calls with him, you will be able to confirm it. But if he did that, he'll face legal charges. So is that how Victor De Leon is going to attempt to blackmail or extort Sosin? By saying, well, you recorded these phone calls for us. I guess you didn't realize you live in a two-party consent state. If I release this, Alexandra is going to file charges against you. Pay me not to release. That's what he's most likely going to say, if he hasn't already.
But yeah, everyone's agreeing he had multiple time to try to take off. We don't know the situation in terms of...
He did, but he didn't want to take off because he was thinking that he would just get a chance to sleep with me. No. I have to deal with this a lot. That's why I'm very particular with who I date. When it came to Alex, I do believe that if he believed in God and was a Christian, he probably wouldn't be this kind of a person. But he doesn't believe in God, so he is this kind of a person. I didn't see it right away, but now I see it, which is sad. But hey, now he has a whole new community of friends, doesn't he? Who will all have a chance to watch his independent short film, The Canyon. Maybe they could watch it in Victor De Leon's Discord server together. But even though Sosin might have a bunch of new friends right now, I won't be there. I will never speak to or see him again.
That, but there was at least plenty of time for him to take off, and he wasn't able to, or he just didn't do that. That part we don't know.
Oh, you do know.
But
you do know. Or at least Victor De Leon knows. He might not have told you, Dutchy, because you're kind of like his do boy, right? You do a lot for him, but he keeps you at a certain distance so that you're always trying to get his attention more and more. You know, Dutchy, I bet you actually believe that De Leon is your best friend, don't you?
wait, what? Like, okay, so all this happens. Did Alex speak about this publicly until today? No.
No.
Okay,
Like
because
I
one
said,
of the
we
things that
didn't know.
Alex said today was she was curious on my thoughts on their exchanges on IG, and she gave the site that it's on, and I am going to read that.
She's assuming that you go on the site. I even
Oh, and look at him trying to deter her from reading all of the messages because he doesn't want her to know the truth of what his group does. There's nothing wrong with visiting any of my websites at all. There's a lot wrong with going into the Discord pedocord server that Dutchie and Victor De Leon run. There's child porn in there.
put it out there. Go on the site at your own risk, because a lot of people don't necessarily trust Alex in terms of.
Well, no one has to trust me, but they absolutely shouldn't trust you, you little black incel from hell. Mr. Bennett.
When it comes to her sites and what possible information that she may be able to get, I don't mind. I could do it. She's not going to get anything from my computer and stuff like that. So
I don't need anything from your computer. But you're going to need to alter your lifestyle financially very soon.
it doesn't matter. But yeah,
Right.
she's
I can't feel
assuming
bad
that
for what up, yikes? How are you? And hi, good evening to everybody coming in. I can't feel bad for her. She waited 2 years to meet him and went into it ready to marry him, even if he wasn't.
Wait, ready to marry him? What? I guess she's reading a comment. No.
Super dick, ready to make a website to defame him and his insanity. Yikes. I don't know when the website was generated, like the thought and all that,
the
right?
website was generated yesterday.
There's not a website generated. There's a URL generated. But not a website. Again, your group isn't smart enough to deal with me. You don't even understand how to properly use technical terminology. Sad. But there is a website that has been generated now, and let me go ahead and bring it back up, because this is going to be the site. The site. Rumored pedo. You'll be on this site very soon, Bennett, Dutchie, whatever your name is, right? You'll be on there. Right now we're in the process of confirming that it's you. I'm thinking about keeping your picture on the front page indefinitely. Yeah, rumored pedo. Documenting rumored pedophiles and proven ephebophiles. This is where you do belong, Dutchie, just like De Leon. But this doesn't have to do with Alex Sosin. So you better get it untwisted. You got to get it right. You're not getting things right, Dutchie. You haven't gotten anything right. Hell, you couldn't even get right what time I bought a bunch of balloons. Are you doing a lot of drugs nowadays, Dutchie? The same drugs that De Leon is doing? Because they're going to age you. You already don't look that good from what I've seen. But you couldn't even get this right. In order for balloons. You've said so many things that are incorrect about me. You might want to stay outside of the United States indefinitely.
Okay, well
Like
then
last
maybe that
night.
was, she did that prematurely, I will say, in my opinion. However, I'm going to go off of the one side I've heard, which is hers. Obviously, that's all I can go off of, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can hear, like, I wrote something. Oh, I wrote that he's a fraud. And that
I'm telling you, KK,
hit
it
her
is
because
not
she was like,
that.
he's not a fraud. She basically didn't have anything bad to say about him other than he betrayed his trust by talking to Zaya. And I get it.
And that only happened recently. The thing is,
Oh, so again, he admits it again. He did indeed speak to Victor De Leon. Sosin and Victor De Leon spoke. Thank you, Bennett Dutchie, for admitting that. Thank you. Why didn't you want to admit it? Why are you saying yes and no? Just say yes. Admit that you're an incel stalker. You're an incel and you're a stalker. And you hate women and you're a bully. You engage in suicide coercion. And frankly, you should not have mainstream employment. To my knowledge, you're a part of a Discord server that has kitty porn on it. You should leave the internet, Dutchie.
Is that he was extremely nice to her.
And I was extremely nice to him. Dutchie, what kind of narrative are you trying to paint about me? What? That no one wants to be nice to me? That I don't deserve anyone being nice to me? That I don't deserve to date? That I don't deserve love? Why? Because I used to be an adult actress? Because I'm a black woman? Because I won't give pieces of garbage like you the time of day? You need to figure out what your story is really going to be when it comes to you. Because De Leon got you in a lot of trouble, little boy.
And even after the fact, when he messaged to Zaya, he was nice to her.
Oh, shit. My gosh.
I am very aware of that, Brandon. Very aware. He will be listed on rumoredpedo.com. Oh, I'm very aware of what Trish does. I'm not going to put that on the screen, Brandon. I'm not going to, but a lot of people are aware. I'm actually very surprised that she hasn't been a part of. Well, I guess there's not going to be another HS 3 or 4, whatever. What was KK calling it? PA1, Peb's Attic, #1. I'm surprised that Trish isn't there yet, because that is where she belongs. But then again, he doesn't really want Trish. He does want her daughter. I don't know. Maybe she can bring the daughter with her.
What'd you say?
Even after the fact of the whole situation, he was still nice to her.
He's really nice to her. He's
Didn't say
talking to
anything
Zaya, who was speaking.
Wait, he was not nice to me after the situation. I blocked him on my phone, told him to go to hell. He never had a chance to say anything else to me. Dutchie. See, this is what I'm talking about. You're trying to talk about something that you don't know about, like it's factual. You get away with pushing the false narratives because you do have a very clear speaking voice, Dutchie. You really do. You have a nice vocabulary. You're fairly articulate. But the more that you're on panels, the more it's coming out that you really don't know anything that you talk about, because nobody really talks to you. At least nobody that you want to talk to you. I mean, you have a lot of alts and everything that you try to talk to me on. You stalk me endlessly. But you've never talked to me. You don't know me. And you don't get to paint any false narratives about me. You stupid little incel. Mm-mm. You probably should stick with women from third world countries who cannot exactly understand English, because that'll give you more time with them before they realize what a douchebag incel piece of shit you are. Just a suggestion.
About her deceased parent just a few weeks ago and saying things that I couldn't even think to possibly fathom to say to somebody. What?
But here's the thing, though. Like, I saw the messages only for like a few seconds that he sent to like Zaya and stuff. They weren't bad messages, though.
Oh, so Dutchie admits that now he's seen the text messages that Sosin sent to Victor De Leon. So as a group, they all were in communication with Sosin about me for only God knows how long. Yeah. Thank you, KK, for uncovering this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think that's really all I have to play when it comes to that. That's all I have to play. Yeah, I'm a solid stalking victim when it comes to Victor de Leon and his group. Sosin is involved. Conspiracy, organized crime, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Open a lawsuit, please. Sosin and de Leon, you two can sue each other. You try to touch me, you'll both be dealing with more charges, impossible prison time even when I think about it, than either of you can fathom. Because neither of you can see your actions clearly when it comes to this. And it's pathetic. And it's sad. And it's disgusting. So anyway, that's it for this stream. That's what I wanted to share with all of you. Oh, I know he does. I know, Brandon. We all know. We all know. We're looking at a group of Ephebophiles, most likely pedophiles, and women who enable them by allowing access to their children. That's what we're looking at. Forget about my situation with Sosin. Really take a good long look at exactly what De Leon is. Take a good long look. And again, I suggest you don't go in his Discord servers or anything along those lines. Yeah, it is a sick, sad world, isn't it? It's a very sick, sad world. But we have to live in this world. We have to do what we can. We have to be the best versions of ourselves. And we have to fight for justice. Stand up for what's right. Do the right thing, right? Yeah. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'm going to go ahead and get going. Have a great day. Once more, I'm Alexandra Mayers of IRLnewsTime. Sometimes I talk about myself. Other times I talk about other happenings in the IRL genre of entertainment. Depends on what I want to do. Take care. Bye-bye.
It's IRL, it's live streaming news on the go. The world's unfolding, we're in the know. Real people, real stories, real views, no delay. Coming at you live, it's your favorite stream of news today. IRL News Time, we're bringing it clear. The stories that matter, straight to your ear. Breaking the screen, we're keeping it prime. Stay tuned, it's IRL News Time. It's IRL News Time, we're bringing it clear. The stories that matter, straight to your ear. Breaking the screen, we're keeping it prime. Stay tuned, it's IRL News Time.